in this video I'm going to be putting the piston in the barrel, putting the engine back into the bike, and that's the new piston. On your bottom ring they send like a little, it's that there, that goes in the bottom into that ring. So when you put it in the bottom of the barrel, you nip that and you nip that one like that, so them two rings is both flush. But the skirt on the barrel comes down here, so you can get your two fingers in, nip the top one in, put that one in first, then nip the bottom one. It's kind of easy. Fit your circlip, have it that way, with that part at the bottom like that. And now put the bottom gasket on, because I'm going to put the barrel on now. Just make sure the surface underneath clean. I've cleaned all that up the other day. And it's best to lube all the piston with 2-stroke and have this pin sticking out, because we're going to put it in the barrel, then push it in. I'll show you in a minute anyway. And you can put your little end bearing into the conrod as well. It just fits into there. Once you slide it over so it's in line with the little end, you can you just push that in with your finger. You can normally see, if you look through the pin, you can see the little end, what it's got a slot in there. You can't really see it. You can see the little end through the hole in that pin. Anyway, just slides in, push it all the way in, then put a rag into here, because we're going to be putting this circlip in, just so it doesn't drop in the bottom end. Just put that there like a rag. If it's out, if it's still in the bike, the bottom end, you've got to put a rag into here so the circlip doesn't drop down. But if it's out the bike, you can tilt it like that, and then if the circlip does drop, it's going to hit on the floor. And that's it in. Just slide the barrel on now. Four bolts, your 4 washers on. I'll find the run in a minute. 1, 2. Put on this side. Don't forget to put your clutch rod on. And now put a bit of stuff down there as well. Just remember your clutch on. All these bolts have got to be tightened as well, because if you watched the last video, all these screws, what's in it, were rounded off, so I've put new bolts in, but I've left them slack, so I remember to tighten them up. And on these 4 barrel nuts, tighten that one, then this one, then this one, then that one, tighten them in sequence again. And then when these 4 tightened, I've oiled all the piston before. Just give it a quick, just make sure it's running smoothly, which it is. And then wipe all the top of the head down. It's got to be clean. Put the head gasket on now. It's got upright on the back, because it can go on that way. You want up facing up, so you can read up like that, and just push it on. not going to put the head on. Then once you've got your head on, put your 5 nuts on. And tighten them up in sequence. So we tighten that one, this one, this one, this one, that one, back to this one, back to this one. Just go around in sequence. If you tighten one, you're going to warp your head. So just remember to do them in a sequence like that. And that's the head bolts tightened. Let's just check the compression. There's plenty of compression there. And then I'm going to fit the water pump gasket and the reed gasket. Scraped all the gasket off, so I can take that out now. Then put the reeds back on. Then all that's clean, so I'm going to fit this onto there with the water pump gasket and fit a new copper washer on the water pump drain board. Now that's the water pump on AM. There's nothing else to do now, so I'll be fitting the bike and the engine, and I'm fitting it from the right hand side. Just remember to keep your spark plug slack as well. Before you put your engine in, grease your spindle, your back spindle, your swinging arm spindle. I'm going to be refitting the engine. I've took the spark plug out now. Then we'll put the swing arm nut on now. And we can put the spark plug in now as well. We've got the swing arm nut to go on. And if you haven't put oil on the engine yet, best just as you're nearly finished, just take the oil cap off. I know it's silly, but you might forget to put oil in. You never know. Take the spark plug now and put the kickstart nut on as well. Then put your front engine bolt in as well. Just remember to grease it up, and the engine mount on the bottom near the gear stick. Grease that one up as well. And then nip all 3 engine mount bolts up now. The swinging arm, the front bolt, and the bolt under the gear stick. If you tighten one up first without the other 2 in the holes, you'll not be able to get the other 2 in unless you line the engine up. And put the inlet, the carb on now. If you've had the clip off the inlet manifold, it's best to put it on from the other side. If you put the screw facing on this side, it's hard to get to when the exhaust's on. fit the oil pump cable into there. That's the clip what clips the cable into the case, and you've got that little clip. Put it through the camera. It's just a tiny one. Looks like that. That just goes over the oil pump to keep the cable into its runner on the black part of the oil pump. And it should look like that. With that clip keeping the cable in, and this little clip down here keeping the cable into the oil pump now. Next we're going to fit the water pipe, the 2 carb ones with the head, and the boost bottle on top of the reeds. Then the brake reservoir is tightened up, front sprocket's tightened, back swinging arm spindles tightened, front bolts tightened, all the oil cables in, boost bottles in, 2 warmer pipes around the car, cylinder head. This water pipe's tightened. I've got the water pipe down there on this, which is tightened up. Which is that one. Now we can put the exhaust on this side. I'm going to be putting the new the gasket in the front of the exhaust as well. And that's the exhaust on. Now I'm going to put the stator on, the flywheel, front sprocket, and the chain. I've just rigged the clutch cable up. There's 2 loops where it runs through. That's one, and there's one underneath the radiator there, and then it just slots into its runner there. Tightened up and then put it on the clutch rod. Now we're going to put the stator on. It goes on by that screw and that screw down there, and we've got your woodruff key which fits into that slot there, and that's the woodruff key there. This is cable tied to the bike because when the engine was in the bike I took the flywheel off, the stator off, just cable tied the stator up, then disconnected everything on the engine and took it out from the right hand side. Which is easy as long as you take your spark plug cap off. Right, let's get the stator in, get the chain on, get the front sprocket on. The tube on the airbox has come off here, so I'm going to have to take the airbox off, get into the airbox and put that tube on, and then fill it up oil, fill it with coolant, and it's best to leave your oil pump slack, because when it starts up it's best to turn the oil pump fully when it's ticking over, just to make sure the oil pump's working. If it is working, when you turn it on full, loads of smoke will come out the exhaust. Then that's the stator on. Like I say, you've got your 2 securing screws there, but it's best, once again, use your impact. Just put that into the screw. You don't even have to turn this. Just hit the end with a hammer. Use a little heavy hammer. Right, we've got the woodruff key in. Just make sure it's all up one length. Like that. Best to have it like that, so it's all sticking out level all the way along. And then just slide the flywheel on and rig the neutral switch up as well. And then the flywheel just slots on. You can see that's what runs up with the woodruff key. If you look through it, you can see the woodruff key is fitting into the square groove. You can't really see it. Anyway, let's tighten this up. I've got a spacer and a washer to go on. I'm going to put the flywheel holding tool into there to keep the flywheel still. Tighten the nut up. You want the nut on dead tight. Just remember that on this one. That's the flywheel spacer. Put that on. And you've got your flywheel nut. Then tighten it up dead tight. Put this clutch holding tool on and just keep it still, so it's keeping the full flywheel still like that. And you can rest your clutch holding tool onto there, so you don't have to hold it. And I've just got to tighten this nut clockwise. And now the front spotter, put the retaining clip on, and I've bent this top part of the tab up. It was all just flat all the way up, but if that's bent up, then I can get something behind it when it's flush on the sprocket to nip it over the nut. Anyway, just goes on that way. Put it somewhere where I can get into the long tab. Goes on like that. Then you've got your nut, what it looks like that. It's got a cut in the inside. That cut goes over this part of the shaft what's sticking out. If you can see the teeth, they're sticking out. So that slots over the teeth like that. I'm going to put this on, but I can't tighten it up fully until the back brake's on. So we're just going to put it on, nip it up. Then when it is tight, that tab which is now bent back, you can get behind it, get a chisel behind it and knock it over the bolt. Right, we're going to put the chain on, and this side casing can't go on yet until I tighten that up. Now we're going to put the split link in, and it goes that way, like that. So if anything, if this comes slack or bends up, it's that way, so it misses the front spot. If it was that way, it would catch stuff on the way through. Anyway, just remember it goes that way, and you put it on like that. Oops, wrong one. Put it on like that. If I can get it. Like that. And just nip the top bit. Might need to get some bigger ones. Just get it like that. Make sure it's all on. And it just pushes down like that. Just clips on like that. And then get the chain on now. Just have to pull the bike backwards and it'll go on. Just make sure it's over the nuts. And now I've topped the oil up. I've topped the coolant up before. Well, it's water in, but I've left a note on there for my friend when he takes it home to drop the water, because I've got no coolant here. But topped it up with water, topped it up oil. I did have a little leak out the water pump, but I've just tightened the 3 bolts up, and that's all it was. We'll come back in half an hour, check for any oil leaks underneath, any water leaks or anything like that. I can't really see, I'm just holding my foot underneath, but that should be all alright. If there's any leaks, all it'll need is the casing tightened up and stuff like that. But next I'm going to be starting, I think. And then the front spot's tightened up now with the top bend over. I'm gonna put the side casing on now. Best to put the gasket on from that side, and then pull all your bolts through, just so you know your gasket's lined up. All back together. I'm gonna take it in the yard in a minute. Just gonna check the gears, just in case it's in neutral. Second. Third. Just move the bike back and forward, it clicks in. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Sixth there. Sixth. Fifth. Just move the bike back and forwards. Fourth. Third. second. That's first there. That's new, actually. That's first. And then that's new. Right, now the good part, what I've been waiting for, I'm gonna get it in the yard. Start it up. I don't even know if it's got any petrol in. On that part, if you look at that, I've just restored that yesterday. So if you want to watch my videos, you'll see how to restore your airbox case to brand new condition.